What is up, everybody? Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to talk about the Ultimate Edition Series 5, Becky Lynch and John Cena. We're going to start our Ultimate Editions talk with the John Cena figure. A little history on the Ultimate Editions. Like I said, this is Series 5. Series 1, 2, 3, 4 came before it. Primarily a Target exclusive. Online retailers have sold these, like Ringside Collectibles, of course. But as far as out there in the modern retail chains of the Targets and Walmarts, we've only seen these at Targets. I'm not sure where this line is going, as Series 1, Ronda Rousey, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bret Hart, a few of those have really clogged the pegs up. In my area as we speak, Nakamura is down to like $14 on clearance. They've had some issues moving it, and the $30 price point is tough for a figure. You know, if you're a little kid or a parent of a little kid, you can get 3 basics to this, or an elite and a basic. You got to really like these characters a lot to jump into these. I would love to see these to be more of an online exclusive, or maybe hobby shop, wrestling store exclusive. Because I just don't know if they'll make it out at the Target and Walmarts of the world with the higher price point, that's for sure. Or maybe you put them back in the NECA section, back in the, the video game section, whatever, your Targets and Walmarts, as a higher end collectible. That would be a great spot. I'm sure the Mattel people have probably thought of that. Hey, this is the more fancy collector. Let's move those back to the toys. If not, Mattel, you can take my tip for free as a guy that's in the industry that knows what he's talking about sometimes. But the long term of these Ultimate Editions, I'm not sure. As we know, Mattel used to have the Entrance Great line. I did a video on that. Go check that out. We walked through every single item in the Entrance Greats line. And then Defining Moments, a hugely popular line, the Defining Moments. This kind of replaced the Defining Moments in my eyes as the top tier set. I'm not sure where this set's going to go. As, series with Triple H and Finn Balor, I only saw those a handful of times at retail in the many stores I've hit. Not a lot of those. And then the Brock Lesnar Triple H HBK set that came before this, the Series 4. Never seen those at Target. I've heard no reports of those being at a Target. And then we've heard that they are no longer being shipped to retail. So I don't talk a lot about figures as investments, as I don't want to get too much into the investment game. It's not really what I do. I don't really buy for investments. Hey, I'm sure I could sell everything I have and make some money back. That's true. But I do it for the love of the figures and what it brings to me. I don't do it to make money, that's for sure. Or think, hey, this is going to fund my retirement. But you guys have seen, I mean, you'd be a fool if you haven't seen some of the prices on some of the Entrance Greats, and then the Defining Moments specifically. Defining Moments are through the roof. That is an investment line at this point. You can invest in those figures as they are growing. I think the same for these Ultimate Editions. I think you should buy if you can, and if you're into this kind of thing. Even the Nakamura at $14, I think you buy up a lot of these, and that's what I've been doing. Personally, I have a loose set. Obviously, we're going to unbox this, and then I play the long game, and I buy them at clearance or cheaper pricing afterwards, and I keep a mint on box set. I like them displayed together. It's a line that's not going to be huge. You guys know I'm primarily a loose collector, but I'm going to have a display of all these mint in box. So I buy 2 of every single one. But I guarantee you down the line, these are going to be a very worthwhile investment if that is your thing. That's Kyle's stock tip of the day, I guess you would say. But let's get into this John Cena. Enough chitter chatter. Read the back of the box here. 6'1", West Newbury, Massachusetts. Attitude Adjustment is his finisher. 16-time world champion. Ever since he debuted with Ruthless Aggression, he proved time and time again that he's a once-in-a-generation superstar. He's won the Royal Rumble match, Money in the Bank briefcase, United States Championship, Tag Team Championship, and been world champ a record 16 times. His name is John Cena. Recognize. So I will. We'll recognize by doing an unboxing of him. So there's the front of the package there. You know, the big window case, many accessories. We'll talk about all of them. There's the side of the box. How about the top of the box? Side. You got the nice glamour shot to the side. Legalese on the bottom. And then the back, of course. There's John. They got a little action pose of him. A little picture. You know, a lot of stuff in here. So we got, what, 2 extra sets of hands. We got the Hustle, Loyalty, Respect shirt. We got 3 heads in total. We got a hat. We got the spinner belt. Doesn't look like the spinner belt spins, but a very, very good figure in here. A lot going on. These are a little chunkier, meatier figures, I like to say. You know, they got extra articulation down to the toes. Over articulation. That's why I believe they should be displayed back in the NECA section, back in the movies at Target and Walmart now. I think it would fit in with that line of collectors, more the high-end collectors, not so much viewed as toys. I think that's where it needs to go. But I pre-opened these boxes. There's a ton of tape you have to cut, so I pre-taped it. It comes in a nice... Oh, I missed one, it looks like. It comes in a nice box. I wish the box had a little more color. I don't know if I really like the white and the red. It stands out a little bit, but I think they could have done something a little flashier, a little bit more high-end maybe. It's got the interesting angles cut into it. I don't know. That's what marketing does. Marketing puts those things together and think, hey, will they sell or won't they sell? Yeah, but the nice thing is you can use these boxes. You can re-put them back in here if you want. Very easy. It's almost like a shoebox opening. So you open it right there like that, like so. Plug it back in. There you go. You got the box. So you can save that and use that later if you really want to. Now let's pull some of this stuff out. We'll start with this belt. So like I said, the spinner belt does not spin. Just your normal, but I would say if you're thinking John Cena and a belt, this is his iconic belt. That is for sure. You got the t-shirt in here. Now I haven't heard any reports if this t-shirt stains. You know, we've had some issues with some of the Mattel products staining some of the figures. This one very well could. Who knows? It's really a gamble displaying these with the clothes on. We'll pop this off here. Oh, he's caught in on the boots. Got to open those boots up. Yep, no blade job for me hopefully today. But my saying to you, I've said it in other videos, if I do somehow cut myself with one of these razor blades, I will film it. I'll keep filming. I'll drip the blood everywhere. I'll show you guys. I won't give up. I'm surprised we haven't seen anybody gig on camera. Maybe they have. Some of these people bust out these big old buck knives and they're cutting stuff. I'm like, well, who are these people? What are they doing? Killing deer down in their playroom? I don't get it. I got a simple retail workers box cutter. There you go. Let's see. All right. So here's the Cena. I don't know about this head. I do like the extra articulation. If you're a figure photographer, you gotta absolutely love these figures. You can move them into any single way you want. It can be moved around a ton. I think this John Cena's head looks a little weird or something about the body. I don't know if the head's a little bit bigger than it needs to be. I don't know. Let's see if I can get this shirt on him. Put the dress up here. Pull that one on. Maybe. You know, these definitely, I love the articulation on these. I said that. Sometimes I don't know, though. If you're a little kid and you're buying these, I don't know if you care about as much articulation. I know I didn't. I mean, as a kid, I played with the LJNs. And I was just playing with some LJNs the other day. There's no articulation to those. And I was kind of thinking to myself, how did I ever play with these? There's really nothing you can do with them. It's just a weird deal. But as a kid, I always say you didn't know any better. You had what you had, and you didn't know any difference. So there it is. Let's see. Got this John Cena shirt on. Better put his little hat on. Let's see. Will the hat go? Sometimes these hats do not fit very good. That always drives me nuts. This fits absolutely perfect on him. A good figure. I'm not a big John Cena huge fan. Got to have all the Cena figures. I'm not even sure what head I'll display him with. I don't know if it really matters a ton to me. It's John Cena at the end of the day. But there he is. I'll probably put on the You Can't See Me hand somewhere in there. A good figure. This is probably John Cena at the height of John Cena. I felt, this obviously the back of the box pictures his return, surprise return at Royal Rumble. That was a crazy, crazy moment, as I think he was supposed to still be out for like another 6 months. So it was a true surprise at the time. And that's, I think, what this depicts, I should say. That's for sure. But, there it is. It's the John Cena. A plainer figure for the Ultimate Edition line, but obviously a heavy hitter. People want John Cena's. Kids love John Cena. He sells well from all I've heard and seen. What I see on the shelves. There's technically another John Cena Elite 76 on the shelves right now for some of you, but not the craziest Ultimate Edition. Sometimes I'd like to see guys that have more iconic, bigger, crazier looks, I guess. I don't know. But at the same time, you get a shirt, you get a belt, you get the chain, you get the hat, you get the different heads, you get the extra hands. You can make anything into an Ultimate Edition, that's for sure. So, but there it is. There is the John Cena. Let's take a look at the Becky Lynch next. All right, next up in Ultimate Edition 5, we got Becky Lynch from her WrestleMania moment. Becky Two Belts, as she was known at the time. A very interesting figure, as this is the first, well, not the first, I guess the second female wrestler in the Ultimate Edition line. I almost said it was the first. Obviously, Ronda Rousey in the first one was the first one, but the second one. So we don't see a lot of females in the Ultimate Edition line, but more than I guess you would expect. I don't know if that's a fair statement or not, but we got the second one there. I should go back on that John Cena. One of his heads has a little bit of paint mess up work. The paint not 100% clean on this. Hopefully I can clean that up a little bit. I don't think I'm going to display him with the screaming head anyways, but you want to see a better quality control, but I understand mistakes happen from the factory. Also, there's a little bit where the orange and the black on his hat kind of meld together a little bit, but it is what it is at this point. It's opened up, and that's the way it is. But here's Becky. Let's take a look at that. You know, the red background on these, I just don't feel they pop off the shelf enough. I think a better color mix might have been better, but I see what they're going with, the red and the white. Maybe the red's for Target. Who knows? That could be a little conspiracy theorist. But Becky Lynch on the side. Nothing on the top. Get the nice picture on the side. The back. Very cool shots on the back, that is for sure. Legal stuff on the bottom. But a very lot of stuff in here packed up. You know, you got her extra arms and a vest to make her with the jacket look. You got the pre and post match head. You got the two belts, of course, which a lot of people like the belts. Read the back here. Height 5'6", from Dublin, Ireland. The Disarmor is her finisher. Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown's Women's Champion. That is her career highlights. I would say so. So there it is, Becky Lynch. Let's open this up, see what we got going on. A lot of tape. You know, these are taped all over the place. You always think you've got it all open and then you don't, but here it is. Open this bad boy. On the sides here, there's a little writing. Right on the side there, I'll read this off. They're on all of them. It's the ultimate WWE action figure that you've always wanted, featuring advanced articulation, multiple swappable parts. Ultimate Edition figures allow you to capture memorable superstar moments, recreate authentic entrance poses, epic mid-match comebacks, and signature finishing moves in an ultimate realistic detail with WWE Ultimate Edition figures. So, a lot like a defining moment. I said that before, an entrance grade, kind of putting them all into one. A smaller line with only one or two released at a time. Two released at a time, I should say. A shoebox type package that opens up. We talked about that before. So there it is. There she is in all her glory. You can see everything there. We got two belts, as we said. We got the SmackDown and Raw title. That's a must-have. It'd be a miss if they weren't both in here. If I can get them out, maybe. So I'm going to pop some of these out. I do not foresee myself displaying with the jacket. I think I will go for the match gear. That's my thought process. Well, going to have to cut this out. We got some arms in here. Let's see. There's one. Get a little garbage pile going on here. There's two. Handy dandy blade. Pop her out. Nope. Got the feet locked in. Get the blade back out here. There it is. See you later. What a mess. Alright, we got all kinds of articulation. And we got a little bit of paint smudges on this one as well. That's disappointing. Hopefully that'll clean off. I don't know if it'll come in real tight on the face, but it got some smudges around the mouth a little bit. That is unfortunate. I don't know. Hopefully that'll come off. I'll have to do a little work on that. I do like they painted her nails. That was one of the first things I just noticed when I opened this up. Taking a quick look here at everything else. I do like this head better, I think. I don't know, both heads aren't as bad. You know, I've seen a lot of these Ultimate Editions. People kind of throw some shade on them. They say they don't like them and stuff, but I've always felt they all look better in person. The biggest issue I've ever had with the Ultimate Edition figures was the Bret Hart. I wish they would have done one without the hair in his face. All three heads having the hair in his face I thought was a little much. But there's the other head on Becky. You know, I don't know. I don't know which one I like more. I'm leaning towards this one because we've had figures in the past kind of like this. This has got the pre-braids kind of done up hair. I think I will display her like this. Like I said, you can put her in the man vest, and it comes with the arms for that. I might take a look and see what I think about that, but that's not really what I'm looking for. There's the 2 belts. Really only one extra set of hands with that, the 2 fists, but I will probably display her holding up both belts like this. A little loose in the ab crunch. There's Becky there. See the side, the arms. The black and yellow. A solid figure. Probably the best Becky Lynch figure. I know some people like that recent Elite 70s. What was that? 75, I want to say it was. Becky Lynch, maybe it was 74. That's a pretty solid one with the soft goods coat. That's a good one. You know, they really had struggled with her head scan, face scan, whatever you want to call it, with some of the basics and some of the ones she had in the day. There was a earlier, gosh, we're going back way in the, was it 40s, 50s, Becky Lynch with the big top hat and stuff. I thought that was a terrible Becky Lynch figure. She's had some pretty rough basics over time. But I like this Ultimate Edition. A few issues. Hopefully this paint smudge that's on her face I can get off, clean that off. Hopefully it just wipes right off. But definitely not a bad Becky Lynch. Definitely a huge moment. The first time women have ever headlined WrestleMania. Her unifying the 2 belts. Having 2 belts was a huge deal. Ultimate Warrior, that was the guy that made that famous. But Becky Lynch, very, very popular these days. Obviously, she is semi-retired now, I guess we would say. So this is a nice crowning feature, and maybe this could be the last Becky Lynch we will get for quite some time out there. I know there's a basic SummerSlam one, I think, coming out. The Elite that just recently came out, but by the time this hits the Target shelves, hopefully, this will probably be the last time we see a Becky Lynch figure for a while. So no better one to get from her iconic WrestleMania moment than this one. So there it is. But hopefully these will hit the stores. Hopefully this line isn't dying out. We'll see more. San Diego Comic-Con 2020 is right around the corner. I know they will probably show off the Bray Wyatt and the Hulk Hogan. At least I hope they will. They've been announced for future Ultimate Edition lines, as well as Charlotte Flair. We'll just got to see where this line goes. Mattel, if you're watching, think of the idea about back in the DVD. I think there's room over there. I think you guys could supply a lot better than NECA. I think that is a huge, huge opportunity for the line over at Walmarts and Targets, that's for sure. But we'll see. But some exciting Ultimate Editions. That Hulk Hogan one, that Fiend one, those are going to be huge. And like I talked a little bit about earlier, I do see this as an investment brand, that's for sure. With the extra articulation, the extra deluxe packaging, and looking at what the defining moments and entrance greats have done over the years, I think if you're a buyer and somebody that wants to invest, I think I would buy some of these and keep them extra. Wait for maybe there'll be a discount like the Nakamura. You can swoop in, get them at a cheap price, flip them down the line, and maybe use that money towards something else you want to collect. But we don't talk a lot about that, but I thought I would mention it in my review here. But that's it. Let's see. One other thing. I know we do the little test here. The Ringside Collectible Stands. I am a staunch supporter of the Ringside Collectible Stands. I absolutely love them. I use them for my Marvel, my Star Wars, my G.I. Joe, and my wrestling, of course. And they fit like a glove on both of these, as we knew they would. She does have a little bit of a loose ankle joint compared to others. You put her and she doesn't quite stick. I don't know. Hopefully not everybody there. There's a few product flaws in these, that's for sure. But a strong release. But there it is, the Ringside Collectible Stands used to a T. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Many, many more to come. Please like the video. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the Ultimate Edition line. Are you using these as an investment? Do you agree with me that these are going to be worth some hefty chunk of change here in the next few years, I think? But leave me comments. Let's talk discussion. Are you picking these two up? Did you get these? Are you picking and choosing? Or are you being a completist like myself? Besides that, leaving a comment, liking the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I got videos every single day of wrestling, Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, Star Wars. It goes on and on. Jax, of course. But much, much more to come with the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching out there. And until next time, we'll see you guys all real soon.